It's week 3 of the National Football League, and we'll see the Broncos, reigning league MVP. He lived in the end zone last week with 6 touchdowns.
The Broncos offense set to go to work, 2-0 on the young season. And the one we'll be watching is this man at running back. He had the game to end all games last week, did he not? I mean, every time.
Let's go now.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Hands it off out of the gun. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for first. You look at this Raiders defense. They come into this one down at the 27th position in the league, Charles, against the run.
And when people talk about facing a challenge, they are certainly getting one in this ballgame because they're facing the #1 rushing unit in the NFL, which means this is going to be a contest they've got to be prepared for from the first snap.
Subsequent gains of 3, 4, and now 5 yards. Good enough for the first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The Broncos at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Looking to throw on second down. Marlin. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Back to throw. Moreland. It's caught inside the 25. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one goes for 30 yards. From the gun, they'll try to run it. A solid. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great play there. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Of course, he's fresh off the Offensive Player of the Week in the AFC, and what a game it was last week, and a long touchdown run right there.
He and his offensive line, the receivers blocking downfield, they're all in sync right now. Could carry him to a 2nd straight Player of the Week award.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to have a Broncos first down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
Taken down at the 47-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. To throw on second down, Moreland.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On third down, Moreland. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
Throwing on first down, Moreland. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a second straight loss. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Moreland. Roberts with it over the middle.
And he will have the Broncos first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
Looking to throw, Moreland. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Off the play fake, Moreland. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
The partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Off play action, Moreland. This will be caught at about the 6. Touchdown, Broncos. A great effort there as the first half is winding down.
And the Broncos have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way. The
Broncos going to get one more possession in this first half. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis, where you see the final score there. A 2-touchdown victory, 31-17, the final. Next, we head down to Houston to check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. The Bears trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And they were winners in that game over the visiting Kansas City Chiefs. The Bills get back over 500 as they win their second in 3 tries. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
The Broncos offense set to begin this third quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half, because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
That was a nicely run slant route. What the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. Back to throw. Moreland. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 60 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. Ooh, with a juke. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. Oh, now an injured player down there, and this is not what you want to see. That's Justin Jefferson, who's having some issues. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. On first down, Moreland. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
To throw on third down, Moreland. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up first and goal.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Offense.
Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. A good red zone run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second and goal.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
Looking to throw on second down. Moreland, touchdown! A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Broncos have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Well, he is putting in a great all-around game, Charles. He already ran one in for a score, and now they utilize him in the passing. Denver's offense now set to go. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Dance, and nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 22 and a first down. Looking to throw. Moreland. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 124 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
A pretty decent gain on the tough run before he's brought down at the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a second and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On second down, they'll run it here. Shifts free at the 15.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
And that almost their first INT of the ballgame. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and can be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone. and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Broncos are about set to go on offense. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get...
Let's go. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Moreland. Looking for Murphy, and he finds him complete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Right back to him on 1st down. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Second down, 8 yards to go. Back to throw. Moreland. And his throw is incomplete. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drain ball over the passing lane.
Yes, this is exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send them after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Now they throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2.
And Denver getting set to take the field. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Throwing on 1st down. Moreland. And his throw here is incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
That is caught, and he will have the Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
And now they'll shift things around. From the gun on third down. Moreland throwing the out route incomplete. It's Murphy. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Moreland. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Operating from the gun. Moreland. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. Hands it off out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11. Looking to throw. Moreland. That is incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game.
So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level for both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were.
I ain't tripping, this is easy, easy. Got them excited to meet me. I got diamonds, you got CZs, CZs. Wake up, get to it, and repeat. Hey, I ain't hearing nothing hate to say. Let them talk about it. I'll cruise about 100 G. Gotta walk around it. I kill it and then I walk away. I just get a watch them talk about it. Nope.